today would be a good day to share some quick and easy tips on how to stay healthy while at home. Hey guys, it's Jordan. Welcome back to another video. I'm a health coach and a registered nurse. I share lots of videos about health, wellness, reaching your goals, and lots of recipes. During this time in our society, a lot of people are at home in an environment with more temptation, like being at home and having really easy access to your kitchen. I find that a lot of people that I work with, they either go one way or the other. It's like being at home, they feel more in control. They can have healthy things when they want to, and they control what comes in and out of their house. And then other people that I work with, now they're at home and they're like, I have zero control. Oh, there's Jackson. I have zero control. Get up to go to the kitchen and get a snack every 15 minutes. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think these tips are great for either scenario. If you're going through a tough time right now, which many of us are, dealing with a new routine, a new schedule, loss of job, change in income, any type of grief or loss, we're in a situation where we feel like our safety and health are at risk, that in our brains means we want comforted. Normal right now that your soul is craving more comfort, more heavier dishes, more carbohydrate-rich dishes. So give yourself some grace. Go easy on yourself. It's normal to have those cravings and impulses right now. If you do indulge in something that you might not normally indulge in your regular routine, or if you're indulging more, let it go. Move forward. Learn from it. Take a moment to be aware of it and be like, how could I have done that differently? Don't judge yourself for it. Truthfully, that restrictive mindset that you may be really tempted to go into after indulging in some type of binge or a really heavy portion of food, that is just as destructive. So don't go into that mindset of like, okay, Monday I'm gonna detox and I'm gonna restrict all those foods. We're already coming from a restrictive place where, you know, food is more scarce in the grocery store. It's harder to find our favorite things. Maybe we can't get to the grocery store. It's hard to get a pickup time. It's hard to get grocery delivery. We're already feeling like that scarcity. You know anything about the diet mindset? You know, it's like the moment you tell yourself you can't have that brownie, you want the brownie. But like, had you never told yourself you couldn't have it, you probably would have never been thinking about brownies in the first place. The moment we feel like something is restricted, that's when we want it. All foods nourish us in some kind of way, so it's not necessary to make any kind of food completely off limits. I'll tell you how you can do that in a really healthy way. One of my favorite strategies is called the 15-minute wait. Let's say it's mid-morning, I'm starting to like really think about lunch and really want something, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm really hungry, if I'm just kind of having a lazy morning and I'm bored and I have nothing else to do but think about food. Before I decide if I'm going to have a snack, I do a 15-minute wait. Actually set a timer for 15 minutes and go do something else. Like go do another actionable task, read, work, do schoolwork, whatever I'm doing that day. When the 15 minutes is up, say, okay, am I still feeling the same? And if I am, it's likely physical hunger and I need to eat something. And I'm gonna go ahead and eat something and know that I was mindful about it and aware of it. After that 15 minutes, I'm like, oh, I didn't really need that. Maybe I'd rather have like a cup of green tea or a glass of water. Then I've made that decision and it's not coming from an impulse. Another thing that you can do at home, and this is kind of like a classic tip, but that's to portion snacks. You're used to going to work and you make your lunch or you put your snacks like in some kind of container that you bring to work with you and it's already like portioned for you. When you're at home, it can seem silly to like portion something out when it's just right there, but instead of like just reaching into the bag or taking the whole bag with you to the couch or wherever you're going, still portion it out for yourself. Or you could even do that in the morning or the night before, like portion it out. Now I did a whole entire video on why I don't snack, but if you are someone that does snack and maybe there is a day that I am deciding to have a snack, I find that it's better to have my snacks earlier in the day, so like a mid-morning snack or an afternoon snack. I never do any late night snacking. There's so much research out there about how late night snacking contributes to weight gain. And that brings me to my next tip, which is to sync with your natural circadian rhythm as best as you can. Now, if you work night shift or, you know, have a different kind of shift work routine, I know that that's really hard to do. And maybe I could do a separate video about that. So just let me know if that's you and that would be helpful. But if you're someone someone that, you know, works during the day, sleeps at night, make your eating window like with the sun. So once the sun is up, have breakfast, have your meals, and then once the sun goes down, no more eating. That's time for relaxation and rest, and that means for your digestion system too. It needs to rest. That will help so much with bloating and digestion, your sleep. You will feel so much more energy just by doing that one simple thing. When we eat out of our scheduled meal times, like our breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like when we're eating late at night or just like grazing during the day, our brain gets a huge surge of dopamine, which is really interesting. We don't get that same surge of dopamine at our regular meal times. It's when we're eating out of sync with those meal times that we get this like extra reward in our brain. I'll link the study below. Enjoy just those normal meal times and have them at the same time every single day. You know, keep to a routine, go to bed around the same time every night, wake up around the same time every morning. It'll really help you stay the course and just feel like you're headed towards your goals and not feel like totally impulsive and out of control during the day. If you're doing a lot of extra baking these days, that seems to be like the big trend. Maybe you've been on the receiving end of getting a lot of those baked goods. You don't need to throw them away, and you don't need to be your own human garbage can and like ingest all of them because you feel like bad for wasting it. And that used to be me. I would be gifted some kind of baked good. I would feel like even if like I didn't want it, I felt like I had to have it because it was a gift and it would be a waste to throw it away. If I knew that ultimately what I wanted to do was throw it away and I wasn't truly going to enjoy it myself, why would I be a human trash can? That's not a nice way to feel about yourself. If it's something that you don't want in the house, let it go. If it is something you know that maybe you will want to enjoy someday, and you're baking breads or baking dough or baking cookies, or you've baked them already, freeze them. Use your freezer. Put them in some kind of container, freeze it for a later date. And then if you've frozen dough, you can thaw it and bake just a couple at a time versus baking a whole dozen at a time. There is nothing wrong with those foods. So have some planned treats throughout the week. And I just know that like Saturday is my dessert day. It's not something that I like stress about or think about all week. When it's Saturday, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm having a dessert tonight. I'm really excited. And by that, I mean like a bigger dessert than just like a square of chocolate or something like that. When you have those planned treats, enjoy them mindfully. They shouldn't be like impulsive things. Like treats should be that. They should be a treat that is savored. No technology when you're eating it. Sit down like you're having a meal and enjoy the flavors and the smells and really like make it an occasion, make it special. Make sure you're giving yourself those planned treats 2 to 3 times a week. Have the set days and times. Again, planning ahead puts you in the driver's seat. Last but not least is movement. Simply just keep moving. And honestly, the best thing to do versus having like a set hour that's your workout, which is great. If that's what you do, that's absolutely great. But if you're really struggling to like find that hour or even a half an hour to get in that workout time, don't feel like you have to do that. You can do 5 minutes here and there throughout the day. With a smartwatch, you can set it to remind you to stand up every hour and just for 5 minutes, walk around the house or do some squats or do some stretches. Or one thing that I really like to do, especially if I'm like have a really carb heavy meal for dinner and I just feel like kind of energetic and it's hard for me to wind down, I'll walk up and down my stairs a couple times. So we have stairs that go down to our basement. So just use what's around you. Walk around, clean something, sweep, do the dishes, unload the dishwasher, go outside and pull weeds, play around with your kids, play around with your dog, cat, whatever you have. Just make sure you're being active every hour for 5 or so minutes. Great way to burn off that extra energy and just feel good. If you have a tip that you would like to share, please leave it below in the comments so we can all help each other out during this time. I'd love to hear how things are going for you. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you see more videos. I upload roughly once a week. Like this video if you want to see more videos with health tips, and make sure you subscribe to my email newsletter that I send out on Wednesdays. I share kind of 4 different health tips, some tips on women's health, what I'm eating, what I'm listening to, and just like little life updates that I don't always share everywhere. So if you want to be in on that email newsletter, make sure you click the link down below to be added, and you can unsubscribe at any time. Stay healthy, stay well, and I'll see you soon for another one. Bye.